Hi there, I'm Elizabeth Holmes of the Wall Street Journal, and this is how you get Emma Stone's look in The Amazing Spider-Man. One of the most anticipated movies of the summer is The Amazing Spider-Man. In it, Emma Stone stars as Gwen Stacy, Spidey's first love. To learn how to get her polished schoolgirl makeup, we've come to the NARS Flagship boutique at 413 Bleecker in New York City, and we're turning to head artist Cindy Rodriguez. How are you, Cindy?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Elizabeth?
Good. So are you a comic book fan?
Absolutely. I have two kids, so I have to be. One of them is a 10-year-old boy, so you know he's
oh,
into
you know it.
Spider-Man. Yes.
So Gwen Stacy is super cool, super chic, but also pretty minimal. So how are we going to get her look?
Okay, so we started by prepping you with a bit of pure radiant tinted moisturizer because her, skin is very soft and natural. We didn't want to do a heavy foundation. Just a little bit of concealer under the eyes and lightly dusted some loose powder down the center of your face just for some shine.
Okay.
So now for the eye, I cannot start an eye without doing the smudge-proof eyeshadow base, which makes your eyeshadow waterproof, well, nearly waterproof, smudge-proof, and crease-proof.
Oh, I love it. So it'll stay put.
It will absolutely stay put. So we're just gonna spread this thinly all over the eye. We're just tapping, so I'm not doing a lot of tugging and pulling. Okay, that's done. So we're gonna take this duo All About Eve with the number 3 brush, which is a shader. And the colors are quite similar, so I like to sort of just mix equal amounts of each color.
Okay.
Close your eyes. And then what I'm going to do is just press the color onto your eyelid, so that will help it to set into the primer that we just did. Starting at the center where you lay down the colors where you have the most intensity. And this brush is great because it's nice and flat and dense. So think of this, the denser the brush, the denser the color payoff, and the softer the brush or the fluffier, the softer the color payoff. So since this color is pretty sheer and light, I wanted to get a good amount of pigment on your eyelid. And now a big part of Gwen Stacy's look is her liner. So to start off with that, I'm going to use the eye pencil in Black Moon, but to give it extra staying power, I'm going to press Pandora eyeshadow, the black side on the right, to set the liner.
Okay.
So now I'm working in short strokes along the lash line, because when you use a shorter stroke, you have more control of that stroke. And if you notice, I'm not pulling the eyelid taut this way, which a lot of women tend to do.
I do.
I don't like doing that just because when you let go, it's almost a different shape, or you tend to get creasing or the lines. So I'm just going to the very end of the lash line. And to soften the line, I'm using the number 2 NARS Push Brush. And I love this brush because it's perfectly flat and straight. I always tell my clients it's hard to get a crooked line with a straight brush, right?
Yes, that's very true. So are you smudging a little bit or pressing it?
Yeah, I'm smudging.
Okay.
And then at the very end, also the straight edge of this brush helps me with that little wing at the end. Makeup is, oftentimes about balancing out.
Okay.
Pressing the Pandora on top of that black liner, it'll just give you some added staying power. So again, I'm just pressing along your lash line. And as long as you're pushing the product into the lash line, you can't go wrong. So it's a bit more intense, yeah.
And this makes your lashes look a little bit thicker, right, at the lash line?
Yes. Have you ever used one of these?
I have, but then I get nervous when I get near.
All right, are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine, yes.
Okay, so what I need you to do is just look at your knee.
Okay.
And I promise you'll be okay.
Okay.
So the other thing that a lot of women tend to do is that they just hold their lash curler down at the base, and then you get sort of this right angle.
Oh.
What I like to do is I pump,
Okay.
so it's not as harsh on the eye.
Okay.
And then I pump at the base and then pump in the center. So it's more of a curl versus that right angle when you just hold it down at the base.
Okay.
Pump, pump, pump. Pump, pump, pump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so look at the difference. It really just opens up your eyes. So now we're ready for mascara. I'm gonna do the NARS Volumizing Mascara because we've already determined that you have lots of length. So we'll just give you a little more volume. Look straight down for me. I really like to wiggle at the base. And then wiggle. Just gonna layer a little bit on the bottom. And then I'm just gonna fill your brow just a bit, just towards the end to sort of give more definition. I'm gonna use Bali eyeshadow.
Okay. How do you pick the shade?
The truth is that even like with myself, I'm a brunette, my hair is almost black, I would never really put black in my brow unless I wanted to look angry all day, because it's quite severe. The idea is that we're just coloring the skin. I picked sort of a medium tone brown that has an ash undertone to it. So I'm gonna start at the arch and in short strokes, going in the direction that the hair is growing. That's the other thing that's gonna prevent unnatural texture.
Okay.
So these hairs kind of go sideways, these sort of go downwards. I'm just following the direction that your hair is growing.
Okay.
So now for your cheeks. This is Gaiety. I know it looks
Look at that.
like it's a really strong color, but the great thing about NARS pigment is that you can apply them very naturally,
Okay.
and then you can build them to where you have some drama. And this brush is great because it's tapered. So depending on where the angle that I hold the brush and the pressure that I give it, I can place the product exactly where it needs to go. Because of the tapered bristles, it sort of just hugs your natural contour of your face. I'm just lightly dusting just on the apple in a downward motion. All right, last but not least, to complete the look, we're going to do the lip with the lip liner sideways and just feathering going in short strokes. Papua is a great sort of neutral pinky brown liner that you can use with pretty much any lip color. So this is Montego Bay, the tone of your lip, but just a little bit brighter. So with the different textures and tones that are in the same color family, we can achieve a lot of dimension in the lip, but still keeping it natural. All right, and then just to add a little bit of texture. I love the velvet gloss pencils because they're not sticky. They're more cushiony.
Which sticky gloss is like, ugh.
I'm just concentrating on the center. Okay, so your Gwen Stacy look is complete.
Thank you so much,
You're very
Cindy.
welcome.
I'm gonna go throw on a few more things to get the full Gwen effect.
Okay, perfect, sounds good.
So hey, Cindy. Sorry that took so long. How do I look?
You look great, just like Gwen Stacy.
Perfect. So I added a navy top for a little bit of that schoolgirl charm. And of course her signature accessory is a headband. And I'm faking a little bit of the shaggy bangs here. So what do you think?
I think it's working.
I think I should go find myself a superhero.
For more tips, tricks, and the latest style news, keep it at youtube.com/WSJ. You can find me on Twitter at eHolmesWSJ.